What's up? It's Paul from Guitar World, and today I'm going to be showing you how to replace a guitar speaker. No soldering necessary. The question is, should I change a speaker in a 412 cabinet or a 112 combo? 112 it is. Thanks, Ingve. Let's get started. What I'll be doing is replacing the existing speaker in this blackstar combo with a Celestion G12 V-Type 70-watt speaker. Now this is one of Celestion's newest speaker, and I know it sounds really great, and it's going to be a perfect match to this combo. Now, the most important thing you need to do before you even get started replacing speakers is to match the speaker you're going to change to the same ohm or same impedance as the speaker that you're replacing. So the existing speaker is an 8 ohm Celestion in this blackstar, so make sure that you have the same ohm or impedance, the 8 ohm Celestion here, because they come in 16 ohms, 8 and 4. So make sure it matches 8, which is what this is. Because bad things will happen if you have mismatched impedance or ohms. At the very least, you can blow fuses, and at the very worst, you'll blow your output transformer to your tube amp. The next thing you're going to need is the proper tools. And in this case, all I need really is a powered screwdriver or just a screwdriver. And in some cases, you may need a pen and paper to take notes of all the connections just in case it gets very complicated. But in this case, it's not. So we'll just use this. The first thing you're going to want to do is unplug the amplifier if it's a combo. And we'll remove the back panel of all the screws and try to keep all the screws organized so you know where they go back into their proper place. Now let's remove the back panel. Now, depending on an amplifier or a speaker cabinet, sometimes the connectors are connected to the back panel, so be very careful removing it if that's the case. But here, there's nothing connected to the back panel. Some amplifiers, electronics, are sometimes right in front of the speaker, so an additional removal of the amplifier might be necessary to change your speaker. But here we have a very clean separation between speaker and amplifier. Now here's where you're going to want to either take notes, a cell phone camera picture, or have a really good memory. What you're going to do is remove the solderless connections to the speaker, and you can see that red is positive. As well, it's labeled usually on the speaker where the positive connector is, or lead connector, and then black is negative. So with solderless connections, it's really easy. Just simply wiggle it right out, and it just pops out, just like that. Next up, we're going to remove the speaker by drilling out the mounting hardware. Next, I'm going to remove the speaker. Notice I kept the mounting hardware close to where they all were, so I don't lose that. Now let's replace the existing speaker with the Celestion V-Type speaker. Make sure the terminal over here faces the connecting part of the amplifier. Line up the mounting holes, and then simply hand tighten the mounting hardware, just so you have it in place before you drill it. Now I'm going to tighten the screws. Now let's connect the speaker connectors to the speaker terminal, remembering where these solderless connections slid on. So you can see it's real easy. You just slide it right back in. Make sure it's nice and snug and almost kind of clicking in. And there's your solid connection. At this point, some of us may want to actually stop what we're doing, plug in the amp, and try it just to make sure there are no problems, whether this terminal or the connections are properly connected. Now we're ready to put the back panel back on. So that's it. As you can see, it's a real easy job and one that should take you no longer than maybe 10 minutes, depending on what you have. Now, let's take a listen to this really great Celestion V-Type speaker in its new amplifier.